Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. I've just got in from work. It is Tuesday, day after bank holiday, and as you can see the sun's come out and it's finally stopped raining. Hope you all had a fantastic bank holiday. And what the hell's going on with this weather? The last week has been ridiculous. We've had hail storms, and I think we had snow again one day. Freezing temperatures again on the night, going down to 0 and 1. And unbelievable winds. It's been absolutely biblical the last few days. The only thing missing was the swarm of locusts. So I don't know if you can see. I can see in there. My covers are on here, and the board is back on, as is that one. The cover's still on with these, and I've had to put these on, and this is why. Yeah, so that was yesterday. As I said, unbelievable winds. Luckily there was no damage. They are quite heavy covers. You know, it's thick polycarbonate, which is quite heavy, with a heavy frame around it. I'd say the winds are 40-50 mile an hour yesterday. There's a couple of trees down in the local area, but luckily there was no damage to the pond or the covers, so I was quite lucky with that one. The only damage over the weekend, if you can see, was my head. And if you can see over there, just over there somewhere, I started the framework for my log stores, getting the roof on, and I had a bit of a disagreement with a 3.4 metre piece of 3x2 and the 3x2 won. I don't know which was denser, my head or the wood, but that seemed to win it. So that was on Saturday, I think, or Sunday, I can't remember, in between the rain showers we've had. But it's quite warm today. I've had a few showers earlier on, but it's actually quite warm at the moment. What we had, we've gone up to 12 degrees today. Earlier today I think we're about 10 at the highest it went earlier, but now we've gone up to 12, so we're getting there on that. So let me get into the filter house. We can open it up and we'll have a little chat. As I said, it is Tuesday and I just got in from work. So what I want to do today, I've got some treatment to get in the pond. I want to give my final dose of FLUKESOLVE. It's been about 3 weeks now since my last treatment, so I want to get that in today. Start to my face. I want to try and get that in today. Then, all being well, over the weekend, Saturday, I'm going to check them over, do a couple of scrapes, and if everything's clear, we're all sorted. Hopefully we're all clear, excuse me, and if it is all sorted, what I want to do then, I've got my fish around the back, still in their little tub. They're doing absolutely fantastic. Temperatures around there at the moment, it is in a bit of a courtyard area, so it's covered on about 3 sides. Well, it is covered on 3 sides. I have got it covered up, and we're keeping around 15 or 16 at that water at the moment. So all being well, I can get my scrapes done on Saturday, and if they're all clear, I'm going to get them in to the main pond, and then fingers crossed on Sunday. I mean, this week again we're expecting a couple of low temperatures on the night, again around 1 and 2 degrees, but the weather, if you can believe what the weathermen are saying, over the weekend and next week, again temperatures are going to stay up. Weather's not going to be the greatest, but we're expecting daily temperatures staying around the 12 and 13 on the night. We're hoping to stay around 6 and 7, so hopefully it won't be a drastic drop. So fingers crossed. If we can get the fish in on Saturday, I'll give them 24 hours before with the covers on, and then on Sunday I can get these covers off and finally get my koi season up and running. I know people have had their covers off already. I'm so jealous that they can actually see their fish, but as you can see at the moment, it's not the best weather, some high winds still, but I want to keep the covers on with mine. I haven't even been able to open them up for a couple, 2 or 3 days. I haven't had to have the covers up at all because it's been that windy. I didn't want to chance it, especially as you seen what happened yesterday. I thought it was fine. I didn't think I'd need the boards on, but obviously I did, and I was lucky it didn't cause any damage. So That's for that. Again, fingers crossed for the weekend with that one. Right, another thing while I'm in here, my Easy Pod. As I mentioned in the previous video, I was looking into, hang on a second, this door keeps swinging open, it's annoying me. Let's get that sorted, here you go. Yeah, the Easy Pod. You've seen in the previous video where I had cleaned the bottom out, took the media out in the centre ring and found a lot of sediment stuck at the bottom. So I've been thinking of various things I can do. One of them was mentioned before. I thought about maybe pouring a acrylic resin in the bottom and filling that up. Well, unfortunately that's a no-no, because this is made of, get the right name, polyethylene. The Easy Pod is made of that, and acrylic resin doesn't stick to it, or doesn't bond to it. I've done a lot of research and I've had various comments and suggestions which have looked into them. One of them was suggested was CT1. What's it called? The CT1, I've forgotten the name of it now. It'll come to me. Anyway, you all know should know a CT1. It is a good silicone, that's the word. It's like a rubber silicone, and it is very good for bonding, for your liners and things like that. People use it on the bottom drains and skimmers for the liners and such. So what I did, I actually contacted the company that makes CT1 and asked them would it bond to polyethylene. Their response was yes, it will stick to polyethylene, but they can't guarantee that it will bond and have a permanent bond, or how well it will bond. They don't think it would bond that well. It will stick to it, but it's not really going to bond it. So there is a chance that if the reason for that was, what I was thinking, I was going to get make an acrylic disc made to fit, and then silicone it in and bond it with that. And they said yes, it will hold it and definitely hold on the acrylic disc, but they can't guarantee it's going to bond that well to the polyethylene. So there is a chance that water could get underneath it, and that's not something I want. I don't want any water getting under it. I want it to be permanent. Obviously I don't want water getting underneath and it's going to turn nasty and all sorts of getting under there and bad bacteria. So that was unfortunately that's a no-no. I have also contacted various, I think it's about 3 maybe 4 companies that deal in different glues and bonding agents, and they have said yes, there is something that will bond polyethylene together. It will bond it together. You get another piece of polyethylene or acrylic, yes, it will bond to it, but it is very expensive stuff. It's highly toxic and it is very hard to work with, and unfortunately it's not aquatic safe. They don't class it as aquatic safe, so they wouldn't recommend using it for obviously any aquatic life, fish and things like that. So again, unfortunately that's a no-no. I haven't found anything else yet that could do it, so I don't let things like that beat me. As with the last couple of videos with this, I found a fix for the top for the leak I had with my rubber gaskets that I made. Yes, they were a great fix and they seem to work really well. I think if it had been thicker it worked even better, but I wasn't happy, so I've now found another fix and it's absolutely bang on. If you can come in a bit closer, as you can see there's no leaks on it and that is running, so that's cured it. So I don't like to let things like that beat me, but I just can't seem to find anything that's going to work with this polyethylene. Again, if you got any other ideas or suggestions that was something I can bond to fill that gap in, that's fish safe and it is going to actually bond to the polyethylene. I've got things that will stick to it, but I can't guarantee that it's going to be permanent, and over time it could start to leak, which is not what I want, and I'm to struggle to get it back out to clean underneath. So in the meantime, what I'm going to have to do, as you know, I've changed back to the 70 litre pump to just boil the Easy Pod, but again I don't hold much hope over that, with some of the comments I've received saying that, I think one said he's got 110 litre on just to boil his pod and he still gets sediment at the bottom. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to get a long brush, so when I boil, I'm boiling the Easy Pod in the centre piece where all the media is. I can get the brush in and agitate the bottom, so hopefully then it'll bring any mud up or any sediment up, so I'm not going to get any bad bacteria in the bottom. So that's the only thing I've got for now. Again, somebody said recommended turning the air ring over so it's blowing the air down, but again, somebody said they've tried that and it doesn't seem to do that much. A couple of people suggest I clean theirs every day, and it has helped on a more regular basis. That might be something I need to look at and do it more regular. But I think for me, I mean, I like to do it 3 in the summer. I think every other day really is what I like to do on that one. But I could, if I have to do it every day, I can try that. But I am going to get a longer brush that I can, nice sturdy brush, push down the centre and give it a wash around to get in a sediment that way. So that's where we are with the Easy Pod. Again, if you got any more suggestions or ideas what I could do, please, I'll be more than happy, because I am not happy about it. I don't like to leave things like that. I don't like to let things like that beat me. I like to come up with find some sort of solution for it, permanent solutions. But if it's got to be the brush, it's got to be the brush. So that's where we are with that. So next for me now, I want to get my FLUKESOLVE treatment in. I need to get that measured out. Can't remember how much it is. I'll have to check it out again. I think it was 40 grams. I'm sure it was 40 grams for the size pond. So I need to get that in now. So by the weekend, hopefully, we're all done and clear. So let me get that mixed up and we'll get it in the pond. Okay, so it's 40 grams in the water, enough for this pond. I'm not going to open the other end up. I'll put it in here. It will get dispersed round, so I'm just going to stick it in this end. With this, as I said before, you can leave the UV on with this, it won't hurt it. And apparently this is pet safe, so if you do spill some, apparently it won't hurt your pets, which is good. So that's it in now. Fingers crossed the weekend, as I said, I'll get them out on Saturday, give them a scrape. Fingers crossed it's all gone. I haven't seen them flash, so I must admit it's all looking good, but I'll check them again on Saturday, and all being well then I can get my new fish in on Sunday, or on Saturday, and on Sunday get these covers off. So we'll see how we do. Job's a good one. Yeah, I wonder what he wants to do. I think he wants to play football. There you go. Come on then. Right, that's treatment in. Again, I want to mention the feeding rings and filters, the self-builds people are doing. I've had, again, a load more pictures and videos sent to me. And again, not everybody wants to be put on the YouTube channel for whatever reason, which that's fine, absolutely fantastic. Or I do appreciate you sending to me and seeing some absolutely fantastic builds out there. But one that has sent me one, I think his name was John Harrington. He sent me a picture of his feeding ring. As you know, I built mine as a rectangular shape. Again, you can do all sorts of shapes, and he's done a fantastic hexagonal shape. Let's have a quick look at that one. So yeah, there you go. Absolutely cracking job there, John. Done a lovely hexagonal feeding ring. Again, there's all sorts of shapes you can do, and people have sent me various ones. So if you've got one to build, or you're building one, or a DIY moving bed, or a filter, something like that, I'd love to see them. So please get in touch with me through my Facebook. I'll leave a link down below to my Facebook page, and send me a message through there. And if you want me to put them on the channel, I'm more than happy to do that. I'd love to do it. So yeah, absolutely fantastic job on that one. So just a quick video this week, just a quick update on my FLUKESOLVE and little bits and pieces. My next one will be the weekend. I've got some more filming to do. Hopefully, as I said, I get my fish in, hopefully get my covers off. So that's hopefully the weekend. We'll see how we go with that. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell to get your notifications. and watch some of the other videos. I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Until the next one, stay safe. Job's a good one.